Hey everybody, I'm Natalie Layne here with CCM Cafe. So I started working with my producer Jay Spate last January, and the whole time that we had been talking and starting to work together and write together, he was like, "We have got to write with Ross King. Like it has to be somebody we work with. I feel like he's really gonna get what we're trying to do, and the music you want to make." And I was like, "Sure, Ross is awesome. He's written some of my favorite songs," and so. We got on Ross's schedule, and I remember that day walking into the write being like, I want to bring something that's really gonna be meaningful and really specific for this time, because I felt like in 2020 so many writers were feeling the same things, writing about the same things, and I believe there's going to be an outburst of music now this year based on what we were writing. And so I brought this idea to the write. Just about the faithfulness of God, the consistency of God. I feel like it's a thing we talk about so often, but it kind of had never been more real to me, more relevant than in that moment where so many things were shifting and shaking, and we wanted to start the song with that reality and honesty of like, I feel like everything's falling apart. And then in the chorus to bring in this like, but God's holding me. And it's almost a prayer of like, God, would you do this? Would you hold us in this time? And always, I think it will continue to be meaningful and relevant, but especially in that moment for us was like, this is what we're all feeling. And then to paint that picture of what it feels like to be walking through the valley of the shadow of death. And so I just remember that day really well, because it was just so honest to what all of us were feeling. And it's been cool to see over time as the song has kind of changed and morphed into what it is as we released it. Just to see that it still is impacting people, and it still means a lot to us. So that's kind of the story behind Steady. It's funny because about a year ago right now, I said I would never get TikTok. I was like, I just don't want it, don't need it. Social media is already a lot, like I don't want it. And then a bunch of my friends were like, no, this is like helping musicians. This is like really working, you should try, on the off chance that something would go viral or people would, new people would find you. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then finally my producer was like, Nat, you should try, like just try. And I was like, okay, I'll do like a video or two, And so I started just posting little snippets of my songs once a week or so. And a few months in, a couple songs just blew up to millions of views each. And I was shocked, honestly, because I didn't want to get involved in that whole world. I don't know. But it's been so cool to see like how not only it's connected me with new people over this year where we haven't gotten to be in person a lot. It's really made some cool connections, and I've gotten to post these songs periodically just about light and hope and truth, and it's been cool to see how those little snippets, even if it's 30 seconds of a song, can really impact somebody. And so I've just gotten these stories back from people like I'm struggling with depression, and like this made me smile for the first time in 6 weeks, or this made me cry and I needed to get those tears out. Or people have said when I posted a clip of Steady, like one lady said, my husband's going through cancer, and like this song came out, we found it on TikTok, and it's holding us steady right now. And like that is so powerful to me, and something I never expected from a platform like TikTok to like actually get to kind of be invited into people's stories and their real life. Because it's different than them coming to a concert and seeing me play whatever. Like I get to kind of be invited into whatever time of day, whatever moment that they're experiencing, and I think that's really powerful. So it's surprised me in a lot of ways, and I'm actually really grateful for it. But on the flip side, it's helped a lot of people find Steady, and I'm really thankful for that too. Just giving the music some momentum that it wouldn't have had. So I'm grateful for it. So I'm working on a new EP. It's called Castles. it'll be out as soon as we can get it out. We're kind of going a single at a time, but it's going to be really cool. And I think the overall theme of it is cool, that there are these songs about the faithfulness of God, and then there are songs about like what's next for us and the light that's coming. And so I think it's cool that those are kind of the themes, because it's been a theme in my life, and I think in our world lately. So that EP is called Castles. It's going to be awesome. Sometime this year. For sure 2021. For sure. So I grew up in Colorado Springs my whole life till I decided to come to Belmont University for college. That was 2017, so I graduated this past May. And so I've been kind of in the middle of college with songwriting a lot with other songwriting students at my school. I was studying piano and songwriting and a little bit of theology. And so just wrote with a lot of classmates during that time, and then now I've started to really get connected in the Christian songwriting community, which has been really cool. So right out of school, writing every day, that's what my life looks like, and I'm loving it. And so it was a cool transition from school to be in the community a little bit more as we went along, and now that's life. So the next single that we get to release is called Constant, and I really love this one. I love the vibe of it. It feels like me and the songs I want to release. And so Constant is coming April 9th, and you can find out all the information anywhere you want to follow at Natalie Layne Music.